in my lifetime, I've been through a lot of bullshit. Most of it, I would say, it's kind of like I bring it on myself just because I was just young and moving too fast, jumped off the porch, just doing dry shit. But I had like the typical, good family, but things just didn't go the way that I wanted it to go. I was a real daddy's girl growing up. Like nobody couldn't tell me shit about my daddy. I'll fight over my daddy. I even used to get into it with my mama about my daddy. But my daddy had got with my stepmom today, and me and her had some issues. Like we almost had a fist fight and everything. My daddy, basically from that situation, I got kicked out the house. But the lady, she was talking real crazy. And it hurt my feelings that my daddy took her side over me. And that kind of, that broke my heart. I was sad. Like, you, my daddy, I've been looking up to you for all this time. Like, I done got into it with my mama over you, made my mama cry, and you just pick your girl over me. That had me real upset. So from that point, I was just kind of like, I didn't give a fuck. I was just doing whatever. Somebody called me, say, hey, we finna go do this. I'm like, bet. I was just dry, doing rebellious things because I was just frustrated and angry. And yeah, I got myself in some situation that I shouldn't have been in, but it's life. I'm still here, so.
Well, so many different elements I want to dissect. Let's start with your biological mother and biological father. At first, it was a two-parent household you were under?
Yeah.
And they split at some point?
Yeah.
Were they married originally?
Yeah, they were married.
So they got a divorce?
Yeah.
And what age were you, or what grade were you in perhaps when that happened?
I was probably in like 7th or 8th grade.
Middle school?
Yeah.
About to go to high school? And do you know why they split? Do you know their reasoning?
They keep me out their business, so I really don't have an exact. I hear from both sides something different, so ain't no telling.
Did you see this coming, or did the divorce catch you by surprise at the time?
It caught me by surprise.
And how did you feel after the initial shock there?
I mean, I was sad, of course, because I didn't want to have to choose between my parents or have to go back and forth.
And when it came to living with one versus the other, how was that decision made? Was that out of your control, or that was
Well, they let me choose.
Okay, they did.
Yeah.
And you chose?
I chose to live with my daddy.
And hindsight 2020, did you make the right decision there? Looking back at things?
I don't want to say that I didn't.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't be, the person that I am today. But, I should have lived with my mama.
Did your parents have a good relationship with each other after they split when it came to co-parenting you?
They did pretty good. I mean, they did all right. They got into it, though, because my mama is more chill, laid back, and my daddy's more like, no, you can't do shit. So it's like, it was a bidding war, a back and forth.
And even though you would live under the roof of your father, how often would you see your mother?
I'll see my mama all the time.
Now, how did you cope with the split looking back? I mean, I know you already described what happened when your stepmother on your dad's end got into the mix and how things spiraled after that, and we'll talk about that after. But the initial split of just your biological parents, how did that affect you personally, and then how did you cope with that, if it did affect you?
It affected me to where I didn't really trust people. Because, I mean, you could be married to somebody, have kids and all that, and then it's over. So why would I just, trust people or think that anyone's going to be there long term? Coping, I would say, I'm not sure that I did cope with it. I just swept that shit under the rug and kept it moving.